What's up YouTube, it's Young Man's Daily Red Pill, back with another video. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video, liking the content, sharing the content, helping me spread this red pill message. As I always say guys, YouTube is shadow banning this channel at the current moment. So if you want to support my channel, what you can do is drop a like, you can share my videos, but just in any way to trigger the algorithm to let them know that you like the content, you want more of my content, be sure to hit that like button. It's free and it just helps support the channel. Very eye-opening video that I'm going to be reacting to right now, alright? And this was sent from 2 of my Patreon subscribers from my Patreon account. Very eye-opening video, alright? I've watched this video now 3 times, and each time when I've watched this video, it has been extremely eye-opening, and I've picked up on more and more things that I didn't in the past. And really, it just shows you how marriage, and I think what the comment I'm about to share with you guys, the comment that I saw beneath this video by one of the viewers of this video truly just summarizes how marriage is and how women view marriage and the men that they choose when they decide to get married. I'm going to read that comment to you guys right now, and the video that we are going to be reacting to is actually called Updated, found video of my prudish wife doing degrading acts, as she calls it, with multiple men. Alright? And this was on the channel Reddit Out Loud Relationships. I will link that in the description. But I just wanted to read Stephen Lawrence's comment, alright? He's a married man, and this is a very red pill comment that he shared about this video. I think when it comes to marriage, he says, us husbands are the guys who our wives settled for. They love the other partners they had that would not commit. But they realize they are not going to get any better. So they marry us, then forever we are the ones that they sacrificed everything for. That is red pill truth. And that is a bitter pill to swallow, especially if you are a married man that watches my content, okay? Chances are, and this is not all cases, I will say, but this is many, okay? Especially if you don't understand this, if you haven't taken the red pill, if you haven't had that much experience with women and you thought that getting married to a woman would guarantee you her love and her commitment forever. And a lot of men just marry just for the intimacy aspect, and they don't realize that that woman's already had a ton of different partners in the past, and she just needed to hit a buzzer beater, so she chose you as the beta male provider to marry because the alpha guys kept pumping and dumping her, and then they never married her. So I thought that was a super red pill comment. I just wanted to share that with you guys. With no further ado, let's check out this video and we're going to react to it live. Stay tuned.
Relationship advice. Update. Found my wife's old ex tape. Now our marriage is on the rocks. If you have any advice, please share. Original story. I met my wife 7 years ago. She was extremely picky when it came to the bedroom. She told me she only has been with one other guy before. She would never give oral, only would do certain positions, and found almost every bedroom act degrading. I was frustrated by this, but I really liked her and hoped over the years she would open up physically. Over the years, it never got any better, but I learned to get over it. Well, I ended up finding an old video from her college days of her engaging in group action with 6 other people, 5 guys, 1 girl. In the video she has backdoor action, oral, gets double teamed, and yells multiple times in the video that, I am a filthy who. All of it. She was enthusiastic about it. I ended up feeling really sad. I could understand certain stuff people don't want to do, but it wasn't the fact she didn't want to do them. She didn't want to do them with me. But every other guy, she was there too. I was angry, hurt, and I ended up saying some stupid crap to my wife. I asked her if she could drop her daughter off at her sister's house because I wanted to talk to her. She asked why. I told her we'd discuss after she came back. I don't remember all the details of the conversation, so I'll try my best to sum it up. I was drinking a bit before she came, which wasn't the best idea. Me, is there anything about your past you have been hiding from me? Her, why are we talking about this? Me, I just want to know.
Immediately she tries to get the attention off of her, okay? Immediately.
Were you in any type of adult movies or anything like that? Her, are you taking drugs?
This is what I mean, guys. You know, women never tell the full truth about anything, alright? Not all women, for those of you out there, oh, not all women. Women love to communicate in a very like passive way. All right, they give hints, but they never really tell the full truth about everything. It's a very different way of communicating, sub-communication. Okay, this is what women do. And they'll shift the blame to you, okay? They'll shift it on you. They'll make you seem like you're crazy, like you're the one that's thinking all these things. When in fact, she's the one doing these things, okay? She's the one.
Me, I found your video from college with the other guys. I don't know who you are anymore, and I feel ill being around you.
Called her out on it.
She starts crying. Me.
And then what do women usually do when we finally call them out on their BS? What do they usually do? They automatically start crying. Okay, because they understand that that's another form of manipulation. So they sub-communicate, and then you find the truth out through sub-communication once they try to shift the blame on you, and they try to make you seem like you're crazy. And then once you catch them, they revert to emotions, they start crying to make you feel bad for them, to make you rebuttal, and to, you know, they try to get you off like by crying, by showing you emotions, giving you little puppy dog eyes. And, you know, us men aren't falling for that kind of crap anymore. We really aren't, especially as this continues to spread, this information grows, this channel grows, more and more guys find this kind of stuff. You know, all that emotional stuff that women used to use to manipulate us, we've gone past that. Our knowledge and just we have better things to do in life, you know, and we understand how female manipulation works.
Do you have anything to say? She continues to cry. This was pointless. I go to grab my keys to leave, and she tries to stop me. Me, if you don't want me to leave, then I need you to be 100% honest with me, and tell me why you lied to me for all these years. She, I didn't want you to think I was a sloat. Me, I would have been perfectly fine if you told me. I would have loved to have done those wild things with you. Look, I get it. I don't turn you on like those other guys do. You liked sucking their members, but not mine. She, It's not that. I didn't want you to think less of me. Me, no, it is exactly that. There is a thing lying about sleeping with other guys. It's not that you didn't like doing those things. You didn't like doing them with me.
That right there is a red pill truth bomb. It's not that you didn't like doing those things, because she did those things in her past. She did those things in college. She slurped on a lot of members. She got gangbanged. She took backdoor from many men. You know, she swapped seed in her mouth. However, she didn't like doing it with you, married beta male cuck provider. That's a red pill truth for your ass. And I know it tastes bitter, it's okay.
She, I can do that stuff with you. I am attracted to you, you know that. Me.
Lies, 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 lies.
I don't want you to do it because you feel like you have to. I want someone that actually desires me.
Good.
She, I can change, I promise. Don't ruin our marriage over this. We can work things out. We can go to marriage counseling. Seriously, talk to me. Me, marriage counseling won't change how you feel about me. Look, I will try marriage counseling, but I want a trial separation for now. She, please don't do this. Don't throw away our marriage for what I did in college, please. Me, stop freaking acting like it's a one-time thing. Be honest with me, how many guys did you freak before me? How many guys' members have you sucked? And how many guys have you let screw you in the butt?
I wouldn't have personally asked that, you know. I wouldn't have personally asked, I would have just been out of there. And also, guys, marriage counseling is completely pointless. It's a waste of money. You know, they're always going to side with the woman, the female. They don't have your best interest as a man, even though you're paying for it. It's she goes there as an echo chamber for the woman, okay, marriage counseling. So if you have to go to marriage counseling, just get a divorce. Your marriage is already over, you know. It's just an echo chamber for the female to validate her feelings about you. And the guys are, even if it's a male, beta male, a marriage counselor, he's going to side with the female.
She, why does it matter? I said I'll do them with you. Me, I am so freaking lucky. I got married to a who that F's like a prude. She, please don't waste all of our marriage for this. I am willing to change. Me, I am not divorcing you, but I want a trial separation for now, and I want to see how things go. Right now I feel sick looking at you. I ended up leaving. My wife kept trying to stop me. She kept on begging, saying I could do anything I wanted with her. It was truly pathetic, and I lost all respect for my wife the way she was trying to manipulate me with X. I am staying at a motel right now. I have been getting constant calls from my wife. She has been asking me where I am. If I tell her, then she is going to confront me, and I don't feel like I am ready for that. I feel so freaking drained. I feel bad saying those things to my wife, but I don't know what else to do. I am so freaking hurt over this. As I said before, I wouldn't care if she had a promiscuous past. Seriously, wouldn't care. But the fact she did all those things for other guys but doesn't do them for me, hurts me the deepest.
Yeah, dude, she's not attracted to you. Alright, she's not attracted to you. And on top of that, she probably can't even pair bond.
I don't see how this marriage can be recovered. I can't change her attraction to me. My father has been diagnosed with a tumor in his lung, and that has already been stressing me out pretty badly.
But she doesn't care.
Please tell me what exactly I can do.
She doesn't care
My
about
confidence as a man has been destroyed. Before I found out about this, I tried to get my wife to open up s-xually, but she completely shut it down. I really believe she isn't attracted to me in the way she was to those other guys.
No, she's not.
That's why she felt completely fine being there but won't even give me oral. I want a woman that looks at me lustfully, not have intimacy with me to fulfill wifey duties. I don't feel entitled to other types of action with my wife. I want her to want to do them. Now, even if she does do them, it will be out of guilt, not out of desire. I don't see how we can recover our marriage. I feel really crappy that I won't be able to see my daughter as much, especially during her younger years. I have already made some calls to reroute my paychecks and get my finances in order if we do go for a divorce. My brother works at a...
He said he had kids. I would get those kids DNA tested, alright? I would get those kids tested ASAP. Because those probably aren't even his kids. If she could lie about this, if she could still have these tapes all these years later from her college years trying to relive that experience in her mind, there's no telling what else she lied to you about. Alright? There's no telling what else she's keeping hidden from you in her closet full of skeletons.
A big law firm. I am thinking about contacting him to at least see what I should be doing now. Thing is, once I call him it becomes the point of no return. If I tell my family members, then their image of my wife becomes destroyed. Also, I'd have to check because right now she is dependent on me for health insurance, and I don't want her to be deprived of it if we do divorce, because she has been having health issues. I don't want to ruin anything, but I can't see how things would ever be okay. If you don't have any advice for me and are just going to be judgmental, please don't waste your time commenting. I know I said some hurtful things in there, but you don't know the level of hurt I am feeling right now. I have apologized to my wife since then, but I don't see how our relationship can be recovered.
Apologize for what?
Edit. I want to make things work between me and my wife. I understand she doesn't want to do certain acts. I am considering proposing to her the idea of an open marriage. That way, we can still be together as a family and we both can have the fulfilling bedroom lives we want. Edit 2. I'm going to try to put this into perspective for some people. Imagine that OP was an emotionally reserved person, not very affectionate, not very romantic, and says that he just is uncomfortable with that kind of interaction. For 7 years his wife tries to get him to open up to her emotionally, but he never really makes a difference. Let's say she stumbles onto old love letters or emails to a former flame, girlfriend or whoever. These letters are all the things she wants to hear, but to someone else in his past. Would she be wrong to feel like he is being neglectful, since he is capable but unwilling? No doubt this would change how she views him and likely...
Okay, that was a logical explanation right there, but you have to understand, and this guy doesn't understand, and most guys don't understand, if you communicate logic with women, they're not going to understand, okay, because they run off of emotions. So you trying to logically explain this makes perfect sense to you guys watching, me, the other guys in this manosphere, and I hate that word. It makes sense to us, alright, because we've been through it, we think logically, we're not as emotionally driven. But if you try to communicate something as simple as this to a woman, to a female, she's not going to get it. She's like, you could explain in 10, 15 different ways, alright? Not all women, a lot of women though, are emotionally driven, they're not going to understand this.
We breed some resentment. I'm about to get downvoted to hell.
It's just a waste of breath.
Snowflake fairies want to believe that your past can't dictate your future. But let's be honest, she was willing to do all those degrading things for people who don't care for her as you do/did. Maybe I'm just an a-hole. But if we can't compromise for those we love, I wonder if we deserve the love at all. Also, side note, I get why you want to leave her. It's not that what she did was s-xually, but it's that she is so unwilling to do those for you. Now for the topic price before we read the update. If she was so ashamed, why did she keep the tape? Surely you destroy it, or discreetly throw it away. I can't help but feel had the roles been reversed and OP was a woman talking about how her husband lied to her for 7 years, and let her feel worthless and unattractive, people would be sympathizing with the OP and ready to stone the man.
Duh, we live in a female gynocentric society.
When she laid the ground rules as to what she is willing and unwilling to do, and explained why she feels that way because of her past, I believe the OP would not have a problem, and would not have been hurtful. OP seems like an understanding guy, and 7 years is a long time to try to get someone to try other stuff, yet, she never even bothered to come clean in that entire time. In return, does she even love him? Respect him? Care about his feelings? Granted, this is his side of the story, so I would give your wife one more chance to come clean, and listen to what she has to say. And I understand you want someone that actually wants to lust you. For you, not because it is her duty. Still, you should calm down. Talk to more people and get a better perspective, and come to your own conclusion. 7 years is a long time for marriages nowadays, especially since you have a daughter, so please calm down and consider all points before doing anything rash. Interestingly enough, we were trying for another child. I don't know if I could take any of her words seriously. And now for the update. I read all of your responses. I have to say a couple things. Please actually read my post, not read what you think it says. In no way did I say I feel entitled to X, nor do I care about her past. I am upset about the deception. Please stop wasting my time. I thought long and hard about this, and although we have our issues, I am willing to work past them. I still think she is a great mother and life partner. For those reasons I will try to work things out with her. I decided that the best course of action would be to pursue an open marriage agreement. That way, I don't have to have her drudge through intimacy with me that she likely doesn't enjoy. And if she wants someone she can share her wild action with, she can do that as well, and I can find someone who fulfills me intimately as well.
Wrong. Wrong. And a lot of men think that this is easy. It's easy to go back into the dating field or dating market once they've been married, and you know their wife's gonna find someone else in the open relationship, and the husband's gonna find someone else in the open relationship, and it's gonna work together, and they're still gonna be intimate when they're not with the other people. Psych, nah. You know what's gonna happen? Your wife can go down the street as soon as you tell her you want an open relationship, and she can find an entire army of men willing to sleep with her. You, however, good luck. Good luck finding women that will line up for you, okay? Good luck. It's totally different. We have so many thirsty men out there that are willing to do these things, where on the other hand, women, it doesn't work the same way, all right? You're not gonna have women knocking down your door to sleep with you if you're this guy, all right? That's just the honest God truth. He thinks it's gonna work that way. He thinks that he's gonna find someone else that's gonna lust after him. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And also, open relationships, open marriages, usually someone ends up getting jealous, hurt in the end. It's just delaying, like pulling off a band-aid from a wound. You might as well just yank that thing off and just throw it away, because at the end of the day, it's just gonna cause more and more chaos, drama, stress, a waste of time, all these different things. So you might as well just end the relationship at this point. Like, there's no point in trying to hold on to something that's not even backed up by anything anymore. If she lies about that, she's gonna lie about everything.
And rightfully so. She has lied for 7 years, so now she will be judged on her actions, not her words. Some of you guys mentioned that there might be infidelity on her part. So, I ended up calling her. I told her I wanted to work things out. I ended up coming back home for a bit. Summary of our conversation. These aren't quotes, we talked for hours, so here you go. Me. My trust in you has been shaken, and I am doubting if you were faithful to me throughout our marriage. For that reason, I want to get a DNA test for our daughter. Wife, I swear I didn't sleep with anyone else. I am sorry about lying.
Oh, and now she's telling the truth, right? Now she's gonna tell the truth. Now she's gonna be like, the kids are ours, I promise. I told you the truth in the past, you should believe me. No.
But I didn't sleep with anyone. Me, then why does it matter? I just wanted for a peace of mind. I deserve that much.
See how she's defiant? You know? She's like defiant about it. You know? She's defiant because she knows that there's a possibility, or she might know herself. Honestly, I believe women have an innate instinct to know who the father is. most of the time, I think that those kids aren't even his. All right? And she's going to do whatever she can to manipulate the situation so that he doesn't get a DNA test. When it's like, listen, if you're so confident that those kids are mine, I don't know why, I just got a boost of energy. If you're so confident that those kids are mine, then let's get the damn DNA test. Stop playing, girl. Stop playing with me. Why can't you just get a DNA test just so we can confirm that the kids are mine? You know why? Because the kids aren't his.
Wife, that's fine. Me, I don't want another child, at least not now. If our marriage gets better, maybe in a couple of years we can reconsider. Wife starts crying for a while. Our original goal was to have 3 kids, but I don't want to bring any more kids until we have a stable household. Eventually she stops crying, after I start to walk out. Wife agrees to the condition. Me, I understand you have a wild past, and I don't want you to have to do things with me that you don't want. Although, you say you want to do them now, you will always harbor resentment. You didn't want to do it for 7 years, I understand that. I would ask you why you felt that way. I am curious as to why you don't want to do those things with me. But no matter what you tell me, I don't believe what you say. Wife, I swear it's not because of you. I didn't want you to think I was a slut. I want to do those things with you. Me, I tried for 7 years. Trying out a new position wouldn't have made you slow-wire. Look, you obviously have your reasons. But even if you do want to do them, in the back of my head, I will always think you are doing it of guilt. No matter what, that type of action will always be tainted with you. So, for that reason I don't want to try anything new with you intimately. You didn't want to do it for 7 years. All this video showed me you like doing those things in the past with other people. Wife, I still want to do them. We can work it out. I swear I want it. How can I prove it to you? Me, that thought will always linger. Look, let's just ignore it. I would rather open up our marriage. You can sleep with other people. I can sleep with other people. We can set ground rules.
You're not going
but I don't want me or you to have to be intimately repressed anymore. Wife, I don't want to sleep with anyone other than you, and I don't want you to sleep with other women. I can give you anything you can get with those women.
Unbelievable.
Me, well, I do want to sleep with other women, and it's not just the specific act, but the fact they want to do it. X means a lot more to me than a sensation. To me it makes me feel desirable. It's a validation of love. Look, you can say what you want, whether you like doing something or not. If you don't like giving oral, that's fine. But the fact you'd put up getting double-teamed for 2 random schmucks but won't do that for your own husband, hurts me. It's one thing you didn't do it for anyone, but that's not the case. I would like to know your reasoning, but even if you tell me the truth, I'll think you are lying. I want that validation, since I haven't gotten that from you. I will get it from other people. Wife, I am not going to go through with this. This is going to ruin our marriage. I don't want you to sleep with anyone. Why can't we try working on our marriage? Me, look, I'll give you a couple days to decide if you want to go through with it. If you don't, that's fine. I wouldn't mind giving up on our marriage either. Wife, I want to save our marriage, but this is not okay with me. Me, those are my conditions. If you don't want to follow through with them, then let me know. I really want to divorce, but this is the only arrangement I see it working. I am going back. Let me know if you are okay with my requests. If you want to go to counseling, you can. I am not wasting any money on that. So that's that. I don't know if opening up our marriage is the right course of action, but to me it's just about the only thing I consider. Things my wife told me, I don't know how true they are. I learned my wife was promiscuous in high school and in college, but after she moved to a new city, she wanted to put it all behind her.
Of course.
There was no trauma.
Of course.
Never was forced, attacked, coerced. She just thought guys looking to marry wanted a lady in the bed. She wasn't aware she had the video. Supposedly it was from when she was moving from college, and it got lost. She wasn't ever planning on telling me about her past. It was a secret she was going to take to her grave.
Of course, right? Of course. Of course. Women do this, alright? Women sleep around in their city, in their little small town, and then they leave that behind them, or they think they leave it behind them when they move to a different city and they meet. They're ready for marriage now, okay? So they've slept out, they got banged out, smashed out all through their late teens, early 20s. Now they're around almost 30 years old. They're going to look for that beta male provider to wife them up with the roast beef. And the beta male provider is actually going to buy the roast beef, buy the stinky fish, and put a ring on it, alright? And this is what's going to happen. She's going to be alpha widowed. She's going to still be craving that alpha, but she's just with the beta male provider for his resources, for his provisioning, for his protection, his long-term security. She has no desire anymore. All that desire was pounded out of her over the years. It was pounded out of her over the years. She doesn't desire you anymore. She's had everything done. There's no sensation left. A lot of these girls, you look them in the eye, they're dead. They're emotionally gone. They're numb. Their bodies are numb. They get tattoos and piercings because they're numb. This is red pill truth. We can go really far deep down this rabbit hole. But this is just one story.
I told you guys how I feel. If you have any ideas on how to fix our marriage, please share. I told you how I feel about intimacy and what it means to me. I don't want you to tell me that I am wrong for having those feelings. Besides divorce/open marriage, do you have any suggestions? And don't tell me marriage counseling. It's a waste of money. If you haven't been there before, then please don't recommend me. I told my wife if she wants to go for individual counseling, she is welcome to, but I won't be joining her. Please share. I am not going to be guilted and shamed for my desires. If she finds my demands unreasonable, she has the option to reject them. She is a grown woman herself. It's over. I talked to her on the phone. We tried to have a sincere talk about her feelings. I tried my best to understand where she was coming from, but at the end of it, I didn't believe a word she said. I couldn't. I told her I can't. Trust and intimacy are broken. The more I think, the more it creeps into my mind. I can't be with someone where I second guess myself. Looking for other women for validation won't work. I don't want to torture her for her past either. I learned a good bit from this relationship, and I will take that with me to the women I meet in the future. If I meet a girl and she doesn't satisfy me intimately, I am not going to wait for her to open up, or overlook it. I realized over the years of being married to my wife, how much suppressing my desires got to me and how it made me an angry person. Regarding divorce, I'm going to talk to my brother in person soon. I have asked him to come over. I don't want this to be a blown-out family ordeal, but I could at least use his support. Wife has a skin condition that my insurance has been covering. I am not going to try to deprive her of that, and hopefully I can make arrangements so she can continue getting treatment after we separate. I will use this as a bargaining chip in divorce arrangements if she won't grant me joint custody, or won't do a fair split of assets. Wife still wants to make things work. I told her I am drained. I still love her, but I don't think she loves me, and for that reason I can't stay. Intimacy to me is an expression of love, and she gave it to other people but was reserved with me. You might have a different view, but that's how I see it. I have already made moves financially. I am going to start communicating with her through emails so I have a solid log of all our interactions.
Smart man, smart man.
Now for the closing comments. I feel like the original intentions of fixing the marriage is okay, but is an open relationship really the way to do it? After reading your post, It sounds more like you just want a guilt-free pass to sleep with other women just to spite your wife.
No,
so you come across as sounding very petty. I feel like you should just go with a full-on divorce and skip all this open marriage stuff.
Yeah, they should, though.
Yes, you've been hurt, but don't stoop so low and try to hurt your wife as well. As it stands now, I really doubt you and your wife will ever be able to rekindle your marriage. Don't blame you for that one. I'd be shell-shocked as well. Please just proceed with the trial separation and cut the drama out. I want to stay for my daughter. What do you suggest I do? How do we ever overcome our intimacy problems? You can still be a good father if you're divorced, but I'm guessing you will want to be there for your child the entire way. However, I'm not too sure about raising your child in such a broken relationship. Not right now at least, since both you and your wife are pretty emotional at this stage. As for your intimacy problems, I'm not sure you'll ever overcome them. It's almost like being cheated on. Not quite the same, but the damage is pretty much the same. Some relationships will recover, some won't. It's really how you go about fixing them. Like I said before though, I truly believe the open relationship arrangement will do more harm than good. So, what if you get off with another girl the way you want to? Your wife will be harboring an ever-growing resentment once she gets over her depressive state. Trial separation is almost a necessity right now. You can't really look at your wife without bringing up memories of the tape, and your wife is just way too emotional right now. You guys should at the very least do the separation until you've had some time to seriously calm down and evaluate your feelings about each other. Any decision made now would be made in haste due to emotions running at an all-time high. How did you come across this tape? Did she have it hidden in a drawer or what? It was in boxes in our attic. For someone who is trying to move on and keep it in the past, keeping an X tape of yourself being pounded by 6 guys is a pretty dumb move.
She wasn't trying to move on with her past, she's trying to relive it.
Wife has constantly been calling. Her mother called me recently and told me I need to meet with her before she hurts herself. I don't know what to do. I tried calling her, she is panting, crying, and sounds self-destructive at this point. I want to take our daughter from that environment. I don't know what to do at this point.
There's an update to this story. This story came out about 6 years ago, and unfortunately it's not a good update, but I'll share it with you guys just because, you know, keep you guys up with the information and tell you guys what to look out for moving forward. Because a lot of guys, you know, they just don't have the power to move away, or they put themselves in a situation in a marriage like this with a woman where now they can't get out of that situation, or if they do, they know that she's going to destroy their family, maybe harm their children on the way out. All these different things can happen, take them for everything they're worth. And this is what I make my content for, to warn you guys about the possibilities of marriage and what the downfalls can be. So I just wanted to read the update. OP and his wife decided to work it out. All right, so after all that, they decided to work it out. The wife said that she knew OP dated sluttier girls before and it always ended. And she didn't want to just become another fling. And she couldn't initiate the intimacy because she was only used to the kinky stuff. And she felt awkward to initiate anything with him because she didn't want to show him her promiscuous old self. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. This is ridiculously sad and pathetic. And it's a nightmare to be in this man's situation, his position. There's children involved. There's marriage contracts involved. Emotions, obviously. But at the end of the day, she somehow, and I bet you, she gave him some of the best intimacy of his life as soon as he figured this out, and somehow in the midst of their divorce or their separation, she invited him over, or she came to his house, they banged it out a few rounds, and you know, she really just performed on him, and she got him hooked again and got him to rebuttal. And you know, at the end of the day, their marriage is ruined, their trust is ruined, but he's gonna stay because of the intimacy that she put on him, because we know she manipulated him with her box, okay? And this is pretty sad, in my opinion. I hope this is not really what happened, but a lot of people were confirming that this is the update to that story. And you know, this is what women do, you know? I remember I caught one of my past relationships, she was cheating. And you know, they really try to put it on you, you know? They really try to put it on you and flirt heavy with you, do certain things with you that they never did before, just to try to get you hooked again, just to try to get that committed relationship out of you and to keep you around, all right? They want you to be wrapped around their fingers, even though they're sleeping around with other guys. And they're just gonna say anything, do anything. They're going to suck a golf ball through a hose for you, on you, just to keep you around in that committed relationship. And that's how they manipulate, you know? They give you like little samples. Like if you go to like Costco, they'll hand out samples of their box, and you know, one loser eventually is gonna buy that, okay? I just can come back and get samples, but eventually someone buys it when I could get free samples. And this is what they do. This is what they do with their box. They sell it like that, and usually some idiot out there tends to buy it. So let me know your thoughts, your perspectives, your opinions on this story. It's pretty eye-opening though. I'm sure a lot of you guys weren't expecting the update to be like that. It doesn't really surprise me now. It doesn't really surprise me. Now, if this guy had red pill knowledge, if he found this content earlier, if he was able to respect himself, you know, if he maybe didn't have a kid, or he wasn't married and this was just a long-term relationship without marriage, then, you know, I would think that he would make a better decision than this. But a lot of men think with this head and not with this head, and they are easily manipulated by the box. All right? Don't be that guy. That's why I make these videos. Don't be manipulated by the box, no matter how good it feels, no matter what's going on in the moment. She's not yours. It's just your turn with her. You can enjoy your turn with her, but realize that she's sleeping with other guys, number one. And number two, just, you know, it's life, man. These women aren't here forever. They're just temporary placeholders in your life that you can experience, all right? It's like ads in YouTube videos. Like, pretend your life is a YouTube video that's like 30 minutes long. Through that 30-minute video, usually there's gonna be ad placements, okay? That's like women, all right? There's gonna be an ad every like 5 minutes within that 30-minute video. So maybe sometimes people have more than that, sometimes people have less than that, but that's usually what people do. That's life, and then there's little placeholder ads in the middle, which is like women coming in and coming out. That ad will eventually end. It's only there for maybe 6 seconds, only there for like 2 minutes. Sometimes you get the long ones. So it's just temporary, it's not forever. Let me know your thoughts though. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Remember, you can drop a like on the video, support this channel. YouTube shadow bans everything that I put out. And you know, the easiest way to support is just by dropping a like, commenting, and hitting that subscribe button, turning on notifications so you don't miss any more videos. Have a blessed rest of your day, guys. Hopefully this video aligns you. Share this with someone that can learn from it and can understand, and that is willing to accept and listen to what I have to offer and what the Red Pill has to offer. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm out.